Most algebra problems have some step somewhere in the problem where you need to multiply monomials. So whether you're taking the GMAT to try to get into Harvard or Stanford Business School or Wharton, or taking the GRE to get into some kind of intense grad school, you're going to need to be able to multiply monomials. You're going to need to be able to do it reliably and pretty quickly. So first, what is a monomial? A monomial is just a term. It's just a single term. A, that's a monomial. AB is a monomial. B squared, that's a monomial. Any single term is a monomial. It can be a big, complicated single term. 3a squared, b to the third, c to the fourth. This is a monomial. In order to have two separate monomials, they need to be separated by an addition sign or subtraction sign. So here, a plus b, that's two things. That's two monomials. C minus d, that is also two separate things, or that's two different monomials. Even though this thing is much more complicated looking, it's still just one monomial. It's still one term. So let's see what we do in order to multiply monomials together. Sometimes it can be kind of easy. Let's say you have something like, let's say something like a squared. So something like a times a. A times a. These are two monomials. A is a monomial. The other a is also a monomial. A times a, it's easy though. It's just a squared. It's pretty much the definition of what squared means. To the power of 2, a to the power of 2 just means a times a. So a times a equals a squared. It's not always that easy though. What if you have a squared times a to the third? Now here's where we start to freak out and say, wait, do I add or multiply? Or what do I do here? Again, I knew this. It's actually much simpler than knowing all these complicated rules. All you need to do in a situation like this is write it in multiplication form. A squared is a times a. A cubed, so times, a cubed is a times a times a. And at this point, it's pretty simple. It's just a times a times a times a times a, which is a to the fifth. Now, you might have more than one letter. What if you have AB times B squared? Well, instead of freaking out, what do? We just remember that you can write this in multiplication form. AB. What does the AB mean? It means A times B. So I'm going to write that as A times B squared, which is B times B. And it's pretty simple here. It's just A times B times B times B, or just A B to the third. Key thing to notice here though, when I write AB to the third, this 3, that only applies to the B. It doesn't apply to the A. AB to the third means just the B is being raised to the third. It can get, a little bit more complicated. Let's say we have a situation like this. Let's have a squared B times a B to the third. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to write it in multiplication form. A squared B, that's just A times B times A times B times B times B. Now here it looks like we have things on all kinds of a crazy order. Key thing to remember, with multiplication you can change the order around. You know this from numbers. 3 times 5 is the same as 5 times 3. The order doesn't matter. Even if you have 3 numbers, it won't matter. 3 times 5 times 7 is the same as 7 times 5 times 3. Or the same as 5 times 3 times 7, or 7 times 3 times 5. Whatever order you do it in, it doesn't matter. So you can just pick whatever order is most convenient to you. In this case, I want to multiply all the A's first and then all the B's. How many A's are there? This is A times A times A. There's 3 of them, so I'm going to write that as A to the third. And then all the B's, and that gets you B to the fourth. And that's all it is. Now, what if you have coefficients? The exact same principle is going to apply. It's not going to be even any kind of different. Let's say I have something like, say, 7a times 3ab. I'm just going to start off by writing this in multiplication form. 7a, what does that mean? It just means 7 times a. That's it. 7 times a times 3ab just means 3 times a times b times 3 times a times b. And I can multiply these in whatever order is most convenient to me. You should do the coefficients first, the numbers first. The 7 and the 3, in this case, that's 21. And then the a's next. There's 2 of them, so I'll write that as a squared, and then b. And that's how you do this with coefficients. Let's, for fun, just take a look at one that's maybe a little bit more complicated. Let's say I have something like, let's give me a second here. Let's say I have something like 5ab squared times 7a squared b to the third. Now this looks a little bit more intimidating, but it's the same process. I'm just going to write it in multiplication form. 5ab squared just means 5 times a times b times b, b squared is just b times b, times 7 times a times b times b times b. Because it's multiplication, I can do it in whatever order I want. I'm going to do the 5 and the 7 first. That's 35. I'm going to look at the a's. How many a's are there? There's 3 of them, so I'm going to write that as a cubed. There's 3 a's being multiplied together, right? A times a is a cubed. There are 5 b's being multiplied together, times b to the 5th. And that's the whole thing. Now here's the thing. As you get more comfortable with this, you're going to probably start not having to write it out every time. You're probably going to be able to do it in your head, just write it out in your head, and just start to get a stronger intuition with it. But if you're ever not sure what to do, just write in multiplication form. It doesn't take that long. It's going to make sure you get these steps exactly right. Over time, you're going to get quicker with it. The more you practice, the faster you're going to get. And you're going to see that multiplying monomials is actually a step in the majority of algebra problems.